Yo. Hi. Hybrid and true kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready, big man thing. My people crazy, you better like it. Go get ready, my people crazy, you better like it. Good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, boa baby. It's a dazzle thing, karibu tu caliente. Give me this front fight, girl. I'm here to conquer, girl. In the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in a hurry. I enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. Enter. Looking for a bad boy in the place, ain't nobody bad. Hurry, I'm a bigger man, careful, girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Good wonder. It's a something I never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder. It's a something I never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time.
What's up? What up? Hey, how you guys doing, man? We're almost on our way to Oakland, and that's going to be a strange time because I'm going to try to do this show in Oakland, all right? And it's going to be on mobile. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. We have practiced one time before, but I'll bring my computer as well. I just don't, I don't know what it's going to look like. So for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, we will still do the show because I'm all about trying to make this all the time, no matter what's going on. And even when I get my league idea started up, we will have media personnel, but they should be on the road with us as well. So maybe one of them can hang back and do the show by themselves. But I wouldn't mind all of them coming along with us, just as the perks. To travel around the country for basketball is a really fun thing. And I mean, it's just a really cool thing. And if we could have basically a studio where it's like we have like a whole camera crew following us around, that would be very, very neat. All right. So I don't know. I just want to make this little idea of mine like the dopest thing ever. You know why? Because this is where I'm going to segue into. All right. Because we know what's fun. We know what to do. And as adults, or coaches, or parents, or gym administrators, or team owners, or whatever, we know what would make you really, really happy, and what would make you better, and what would make you whatever, right? But sometimes the money doesn't really match up. Sometimes our efforts don't want to match up to what needs to be done. So for me, I'm let's just do the right thing. And what do kids want? I think a lot of kids would love to play against the best players in the country. I think. And if they don't, they're not my type of kids. And I think they would love to have all their games on YouTube, every single one of them. And I think they would want a huge crowd to watch them as well. All right, so I want to create that. All right, and I want to create that environment for even just AAU games, because why not? All right, how good you are at basketball, it's all relative to who you're playing against. All right. What's up, Alina Wong? Hello, Kieran and Declan Louth. All right. And but in that same breath, we might know what we're doing, but you guys know what you're doing as well. All right. And we had a few people, several people, come late for practice yesterday. And one dad wrote me and said, "I thought you said it was at 6:30. And you made my player do push-ups." And I was like, yes, your player showed up at 6:33. All right? And I'm sure he's probably thinking, oh my God, 6:33. I mean, but we know 3 minutes is a lot. If you say it's not, say, 3 minutes is nothing. Okay, then I'll take your 3 minutes of playing time from you and give it to the worst player on our team. If it's nothing, just sit there for 3 minutes. Or there's 3 minutes left in the game and we're down by 1, I'll take you out. And then you'll say, whoa, 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 we have 3 minutes. I'll be like, nah, we've already lost. We have no chance. There's no time on the clock. Dude, 3 minutes is a lot of time. And that's what I was saying. So we know all the right answers. We know the kind of effort that we're supposed to put forth to make the NBA, but we're just not going to do it. We know the kind of effort that it's going to take to get straight A's, probably too, but we choose not to do it, or we choose to do it. All right? So understand that, I understand that most people in life know the difference between like right and wrong. All right? I mean, you know what, like, I mean, I'm sure like every murderer probably has been like most of them have known that, like, yes, this is not a good thing that I'm doing. All right. So just understand the difference between that. And like, I mean, like, think about it constantly. Like some Christians wear the bracelet, what would Jesus do? So they're supposed to look at it and think in every situation, what would Jesus do? So for you guys, for our basketball players, you can wear one that says, what would Jordan do? All right. Like, what would he do right here? And he would probably yell at his teammate. But beyond that, he would outwork everyone else, show up first to practice, leave last, things like that, dive for every loose ball, things like that. So start thinking that way, and you'll put yourself in a great position. All right, you may not become him because you're not 6'6" with a 48-inch vert, but you can become the Michael Jordan of your universe. I like to see it like this. If you guys have ever watched Rick and Morty, any Rick and Morty fans out there, chime in the comment section. What? All right, there are multiple universes, okay? And this is actually a theory that like a lot of scientists are saying is probably true. All right, there's a multiverse out there, which basically means there's zillions of different versions of ourselves, and every choice that we make, whether we go this way or this way, someone in some other universe went that way, and we went this way, or versus that way. And every single decision led to something else. So basically, every possible version of ourselves is somewhere out there. I like to see this whole basketball journey of ours as you versus every version of yourself. All right? No one else matters. So during the metaverse or the universe or the whatever verse reunion, and when we finally all meet each other, and you guys see what everyone's done, and you'll be like, oh, what's going on, John Sanders 1,742? Looks like you were homeless, dude. I beat you. All right, and you can see like who did the best, and you want to do the best among all the versions of yourself. All right, and again, you do that by understanding every single moment matters. All right, and the same person that was late, whose dad chimed in, also ran their initiation run. All right, and they said that I can't run anymore. I can't run anymore, like that, because like she was sick, and that's okay too. But then she ran, and I was like, so you could run. All right. There's a Marine quote that we actually talked about before that says that when you think that you're done, you're only 40% done. You have so much left in the tank. It's just that you're like regularly done. All right. And there's like, times when like there's a dog chasing you. Of course you can run faster. Who cares that you just woke up? Since there's a dog chasing you, I mean, you're gonna speed up. Whereas if there weren't, then you'd be like, oh, I'm too tired to run. All right. Or the one that I like to bring up. I imagine. And this is kind of like a horrible analogy by our story, but I always say it for some reason. I don't know why. All right. So imagine if you're like pushing a stroller and you're going down a hill, and let's say that you were like jogging a stroller. I've seen parents do that. And you tripped over something and you broke your leg. Like bad, okay? Like the bone sticking out. It was bad, okay? All right. And then the baby stroller went rolling down the hill toward an intersection. Would you make it? And like the answer is you would try your hardest. I mean, like if it was possible, you would definitely make it. Whereas if you just fell and like twisted your ankle and you had to win a race, you wouldn't try as hard because it wouldn't matter as much. So there are some people out there that see a loose ball on the ground like a baby falling from the rafters, and they're going for it like that. They're psychopaths. All right, and you have to understand that to keep up with these people, you have to treat it the same exact way. What's up, Gavin Witt? All right. Anyway, that's all that I'm gonna talk about for our little intro. It's just things on my mind, and I just throw them out there for you guys to see. All right. But let me think. Which one do I want to talk about first, though? We got a movie thing, and then we also have our picture of the day. Those are very, very special things today. I'm gonna go with the picture of the day. All right. The picture of the day is a whole bunch of dunks. All these dunks up here. All right, the history of dunks is just going to segue me into this because I saw this on ESPN and I was like, well, I'd like to give my own. After I saw all these, I was like, those were pretty good. All right, and it's which dunk is the dunk of the year this year. I mean, in my opinion, it should always be the Anthony Davis dunk or Anthony Edwards dunk that he did 2 years ago. Because that dunk deserves to be the one that he did over Yuta Watanabe. All right, that dunk deserves more than just 1 year's worth of praise. All right, and he did the push-up and everything. Oh, my God. But, okay, since we can't do that, I've got 5 dunks for you guys. All right, these are my top 5 dunks of this year. And you guys can call them whatever you want, but these are my picks for the top 5 dunks. My favorite part of basketball is dunks. I'm such a fan when it comes down to dunking. But these are my top 5 picks of the dunks for this year. All right, number 5, we got LeBron James. All right, now that dunk is great because I mean he did a Tom Chambers elevate up, hit the chest of the guy, and then get even higher. Pretty cool. All right. One more time. All right. Next dunk, Terrence. The man, Terrence the Boss, the Ross. I can't even say it right.
Finder, backdoor cut by Ross. Spinning.
Now that does great because normally you're supposed to just go straight and throw it in the basket, but this particular human being decided to spin. I don't know what his problem is, but yes, he's fancy.
Ross, the torch, lights it up in the fourth quarter. Wow. Backdoor play, Terrence Ross to set up, 360.
Who does dunk contest dunks during a game? All right, number 3 for the year. Number three. Going back to LA, horrible season, but 2 nice dunks.
The yard.
All right, like when Russell Westbrook accomplishes the play and it's not a turnover, it's pretty vicious. I think what happened to him as like a child is that like maybe like a person that looked like an orange rim hurt him in some way because he hates rims. He destroys rims.
Getting into the paint and then exploding. Did he ever explode over the top of Gobert?
All right, number 2. This dunk didn't even count, and it's still number 2. They called a charge on him for some reason. I think at some point in time, the rule has to be no matter what's going on, no matter what you do, if the dunk is dope, there is no foul on you. Like, it just counts no matter what. And you know what? And it counts for 4 points, too. All right, this is a 4-pointer coming up here from Sir Anthony Edwards. That's not a foul. I don't care. I don't care what happens. I just can't be a foul. He's still moving. But yeah. I don't know if I could help but not get a T if I did that to someone. You have to like probably show off after that. But the number one dunk this year did count. And it's by a guy that has a whole bunch of dunks that never count because he just like tries to do impossible things. But this time, the impossible was definitely true. And that guy is the jaw dropper, Ja Morant.
Missed by Walker, rebound by Adams, his sixth. Morant blows by Primo. Attack! Grizzlies could not clear the defensive glass of Jakob Hurdle.
But he's like 6 feet tall, though. That's crazy. And Hurdle's like 7 feet tall, though. That's crazy. So, yes, dunk of the year, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts on the dunk of the year in the comment section. And hopefully you guys have all my answers because then you'll be right. Okay. Anyways, quote of the day today. Oh no! Before the quote, we'll go after the quote of the day. Shoot it. All right. One life, one chance. And of course, you got to write it like a gangster. I don't know. It looks pretty though. One life, one chance. That's the quote of the day tomorrow for Wednesday. One life, one chance. Basically like YOLO, right? You only live one time. All right. But this is why you put forth all the effort. All right. You don't get do-overs, man. Like. It kind of makes sense when like LeBron and like Steph Curry are kind of like going, hey, let's just calm down because we have no chance to win the championship this year because they have next year, right? But there's not always gonna be a next year, and in terms of our entire like life, if we don't make it past like the ninth grade basketball team, there's not gonna be a next anything, all right? Because you don't get to play sports, especially when you're like able to play sports at a young age more than one time in your entire life. All right? Old people, it's a struggle. It's not quite the same. All right? And you get one life, one chance to like do things in this world, not just sports, but everything. And you might as well just like take advantage of it. All right? What's up, Noah Masseth? You missed the whole dunk show that we just did. Make sure that you rewind to watch later. All right? It's the top 5 dunks of all time. Or of all seasons, sorry. All right, but yes, one life, one chance. One life, one chance. That's all that we get, so we might as well make this one the best life possible. So I say stick to your passions, put forth a ton of effort, and then see where things lay out. And if it's if it happens to be good or bad, it honestly doesn't matter at that point because you're gonna be appreciative of your efforts. If you place your passions and your efforts together, that's all that you need to do. And for those of you guys that don't know where your passions will be later on, this is passion practice. You are practicing being amazing at your passions, basically. Okay, one life, one chance. All right, let's move on to our movie of the day, and this one it's a thriller, like literally. Okay, there's sometimes when I say that the rating system is off for the movie, like where it's like sometimes it's like an adult movie that's a first grade movie because like it's a movie from like the 70s and it just didn't have cuss words, but it's still like for adults. Or there's like a movie that's like for like the older kids, like in 10th grade, but easily like a fifth grader could watch it. Just like skip like one scene, seriously. All right. Well, this is the 12th grade movie for the month. And this one should not be watched by anyone younger than that. Like maybe a junior, not a sophomore, not a freshman. This movie is deep. This movie is dark. This movie is dungeness. Is that a word? Is that a crab? I don't know. But yes, it's about a fan, this dude right here. And like he's basically stalking one of the baseball players. And the baseball player is like basically Barry Bonds, if you happen to know who that is, but it's actually Wesley Snipes in an acting role. And this guy gets a little too close. All right. And he's like, oh man, he like would always call into like radio stations, and it just shows you like how far some of these dudes can take it. And I'm not gonna spoil the movie, but like this movie was good. It was like intense, and I suppose no matter how old you are, if your parents allow you to watch it, maybe watch it with them. All right. I know I probably watched it when I was like 11, so you can watch it if your parents allow you to. What's up, Sean O'Brien? The third. That's kind of cool. I don't know why we don't call you Trey or something like that, man. All right, but yes, The Fan is the movie of the day for the 12th grade, and that wraps up all of our movies for the month. I will say how many stars I'll give this one. I don't quite remember every single part, but I do remember how I felt afterwards, and it was intense. So I would say The Fan. I'm going to give it 41 and a half stars out of 50. 41 and a half stars out of 50. Watch The Fan, especially if you're a senior. Not a senior citizen, but like a senior in high school. All right, this movie's for you. If you guys watch it, make sure that you guys post a movie review. And that's about it. Just a really quick overview of all of our movies for the month, since this was the last day that I'll be talking about them. The first grade movie, that's my nickname, but yeah. Oh, nice. First grade movie of the month for the month. Again, you're supposed to watch these movies sometime before the month, and then post a video like breakdown of the movie kind of thing, or just your thoughts on it, like a minute long, 30 seconds long, nothing crazy, and you post that to the homework section. If you're a first grader, it was The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Second grade, The Big Blue. Third grade, the Express, the Ernie Davis story. Fourth grade, 8 Men Out. Fifth grade, Dodgeball, a true underdog story. Sixth grade, The Hammer. Seventh grade, Creed. Eighth grade, Hardball. Ninth grade, Finding Forrester. 10th grade, Goon. 11th grade, Diggstown. 12th grade, The Fan. All right, those are the movies for the month. And again, post them and let us know what you think about them, especially if it was your movie that you were supposed to watch. These movies that we're watching are supposed to keep you motivated, and it's a long road. It's a long road. That's why I try to focus on the smaller things, on the perfections, like making sure that your backpacks are perfect, make sure that you guys are on time, so you guys can like try to perfect all these small things. And the time that it takes you to perfect them will take a long time. And by the time that you're done, you're already finished, and it's been like 12 years, and you're like awesome. So focus on the small things to make pass the time. This is one of those small things. Watch these movies to keep you going, because the mind, man, it's very, very breakable. All right, it's very, very breakable. And if you feel like, dude, I can't go anymore, it's because you weren't watching the movies. I'm not joking around. Like, movies will hype you up. Movies will keep you going, okay? Especially if they're sports related. So keep it up, please. All right. Our elementary school drills that we're gonna do on we don't have Friday's practice, but we would have done, so you guys can do this stuff on your own. Favorite underdog 1-on-1, last second shots, weave rebounds, athletic spin to reverse, pick and roll, retreat then beat, and then ball drop layup. The ones that we did before, let's see, were free throws, 10 in a row in under 5 seconds, 15-second sprints times 4, pounds, drives, and pull-ups, box jumps, split jumps, and shots. I thought you guys did a very good job at all those things. The ones that we are doing tomorrow are partner passing, football catch, sideline out of bounds, inbound seal, taking a charge, running hook shots, and hook series with D. When we do partner passing, make sure that you're pushing your partner. It's bounce, bounce, cross, and pass, or bounce, bounce, pass, bounce, bounce, cross, cross, pass, bounce, bounce between the leg behind the back pass. All right, it's all these different dribbles. Make sure that you dribble the ball low, quickly, and you want to basically try to beat your partner without like purposely trying to beat them. It's like you want to push them so fast that they push you back, and then you get better at dribbling and reacting to us at the same time. For the football catch, trying to throw all the ball as long as we can, and you try to catch the ball and then take 2 steps and score. That combination is hard for you guys, so this is our practice for that. Usually we just throw the ball to you guys. Now we're going to try to have you guys throw the ball to yourselves with the right hand and the left hand attempts as well. I got a 50 All-Stars phone call. I can't answer. I'm on the show, homie. Leave a message. All right. Let's see. We got sideline out of bounds, inbound seal. When we can't get the ball in bounds, we want to step up, stutter step, and then step our foot over their foot and our hand over their hand, and then seal. All right. Even Connor had a chance to do this the other day, and he took off too early. You want to seal until the pass is out of their hands, and the pass should be a bounce pass. So that's why we're going to practice this stuff, because it should be impossible to deny you an inbounds pass. If you're a decent player, you should always be able to get the ball in bounds. Taking a charge, that's a very, very crucial thing, because if you're in position to take a charge, you won't have to take a charge. If you're just constantly rotating early, the defense will just see you too early, and they'll just back up, and then they're just stuck. All right, but if you can take a charge, you should do it safely. So this is why we teach it to you guys, and we're going to try to do that, stepping it up. For running hook shots, not a typical shot, but it's something definitely like they should have in your bag of tricks. All right, because Kareem, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, people like that, they all had running hook shots. So we can figure this out too, with the right hand and the left hand. And then hook series with D, this is a very, very common thing. All right, but we're going to throw the ball off the backboard, catch it, and then the coach will try to push you out. You maintain your anchor foot, and you keep the ball high, so keep your elbow high. Then you inch back, and you shoot the shot whenever you're ready. And then so we practice the regular hook shot, then we practice getting pushed back, and then we practice the person coming over to our strong side and ripping the ball through. All right. Anyways, those are all the workouts that we're going to do. And now it's time for our trivia question. All right. The trivia question today. We got Finn Coffin with the lead 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Good luck with the trivia question. This one, I pressed the random button again. And the trivia question is about Jason White Chocolate Williams. Okay. For any I think this one is the one where you might want to call your dad in the room for this one if you want to answer this quickly. If your dad happens to watch NBA basketball, you should know this one, or any sports for that matter. All right. The question today is, Jason Williams was drafted, white chocolate. I want to know what the name of his famous high school teammate was. Who was Jason Williams' famous athlete, NFL athlete teammate? That's the question. Who was Jason Williams' famous NFL athlete teammate in high school? That's the question. You should know this one. If you ever watched J-Dub and know his story, you know this guy. He's an NFL player that played with him in high school. What is his name? And you win. You might win yourself a coin this month. Okay. All right. Do we have it? That's the answer. Spelled his name wrong, but yes, that is the answer. Great job. Alina back on the board with Randy Moss, baby. And speaking about football catches, oh my God, we just mentioned that Randy Moss is like the greatest person ever at catching long passes. They would just throw the ball up to him anywhere and he could catch it. So you want to be like that. All right. Anyways, going to our last couple of things. Let's check our homework real quick. Who's been posting, what they've been posting? Randy Massett, talking about Randy Moss. Now we got Randy Massett. All right, that's Noah's dad. All right, Kieran and Declan Louth, see you guys. Aiden's triple cross repeat, I see you, man. Keep going, Alina. I see you, girl. All right, fantastic job, you guys. Awesome job. Who's the first person here? So I can go all the way around. Rohit at the end right there. Who knows now? First person right there. Noah. All right, great job, you guys. Keep up the homework. It'll pay off, I promise. All right. And the last thing is our story of the day. So let's watch it. You finally won another one. That's 3, though. It counts.
It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. And very few have that. If you're looking to make your mark on this world, that is by far the most effective way to do so.
You know, that is a good point right there. All right. People like to bring up who has the will to win. I think everyone does. As I pointed out with the whole like dog scenario or like the baby stroller thing, like when it comes down to it, basically every human on earth is like an animal and will like do everything that they can, scrap and claw for something that they want when it comes down to it. But the thing that separates everyone is, what are you going to do before it comes down to it? Like months before the game, can you have that animalistic fight? And I think that's a thing that very few people have, because we are very momentary creatures, right? That marshmallow that they offer us, when they say that we'll be given 10 more if we can just hold off for 10 minutes, a lot of us can't do it. All right? We care about the now way more than we care about the future, which is why we don't care about climate change. We don't care about like what we eat sometimes, right? We care about the now way more than we care about the future. So that's a great thing. It's a great thing for you. Because if you're trying to become something in this world, what that means is that all your competition, they aren't going to try till the last second, basically. And if you're a person that's like a planner and willing to try just as hard at the beginning as you would at the last second, then you're going to be like basically a supernatural freak. You're like Superman. If you can put forth that kind of energy. If you can be like feel what it's like to play in a championship game and there's like 5 seconds left and like literally all you have to do, the other team's going for the ball, all you have to do is dive on it. The energy that you are willing to expel for that, rewind 5 years and apply that energy every single day. I don't care how bad you are. That's going to equal to something amazing. So the will to win, that's common. That's basic. I don't know what kind of words you guys use now. That's lala. I can't keep up to your slang. But yes, that's something. All right. So make sure you guys have the will to prepare, because that's what matters. Anyways, that's my time. Don't forget that the quote of the day, guys, is one life, one chance. All right, I'll see y'all at practice in a few seconds. I'm on my way. All right, see y'all. And congratulations for the finally winning, Alina. You did it. You did it again. You did it again. Catching up now. All right, you guys. Talk to y'all soon.
That's how we
Peace.
do it, man.
Within just a 5-minute stretch of a game, players are more focused and exhausted than in any 1 hour of practice. Herein lies the shortcut to greatness. The greatest become the greatest by not differentiating between practices and games. Players should put as much effort into a simple drill as they put into the last minute of a championship game. There's working to improve, and then there's working to